I just want to share what I'm doing. So I'm designing a tablet case for this tablet, which you can't see. I'll show you in a second. And so this is the tablet which I've more or less modeled, but it's really hard to measure accurately, like where these buttons are compared to the edge and whatnot. And there's a headphone jack. Why is the headphone jack missing a hole? Bro. Okay, let me just fix that. And I search for headphone. It's in right features, headphone jack extrusion, and get rid of the search, and we can. So there must be a button. So that I've got to select that. Right, get rid of the tablet. Maybe like that. There we go. That's what we want. I think I just fixed it. Now let's have a look. Tablet case. Did I hurt the tablet case? Wait, give me the rubber case. There we go. Everything's looking good. Oh, it's still got that line on it. Hang on. No, it doesn't matter anyway. It's just for the tablet. You know what? The rubber case has copied the other sketch, so that'll be on the case right. So this sketch here. Oh, we just made a circle, so it should be good. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Headphone hole for case. Yeah, see, look. Get rid of the rubber case. What are we selecting from? Face of right headphone. Everything looks good. And it's good, so why am I even here? It doesn't look good is on the tablet itself. But it does look good on the tablet itself, so what? Okay, now it's just a line. Okay, so there's nothing. Let me get, and the tablet's gone, so okay, anyway, so everything's fine. Just relax me. Okay, so there's these buttons on here for their headphones. So what I'm doing is, let me go back to the giant view. I'm cutting up. I'm doing little bits, see? I need to find out where the cameras go. So I just get this little bit and I print it out. And, oh, that's a bad one. And I should be printing the versions on them because they've got this one, which is like version 8, and this is the version 11. So I think this one fits better. Yeah. Yeah. So this one kind of fits, but that one needs to move up a millimeter. I've already made the adjustment in the CAD, so just got to reprint it. But you see, you don't have to print the whole thing. You just have to print little bits, and then of course the buttons. Oh, let me get that off. This is the headphones on the side, little holes, and so this is wrong as well. I've already adjusted this, so these need to be wider and more spaced out, which I've done. Oh, that's the wrong way around. That's the right way around. Yeah, so they need to be wider and more spaced out, which I've changed in the CAD. And this time I did like a half button at one point, so like just the lid that way around. So it just shows you where the buttons are, so you can easily wait there. Anyway, you can easily find out where they are. And so what I'm working on now is actually the buttons. So this is the latest top, and the buttons are held in by bits of plastic, so you can actually press them, and it presses through to the button below. Let me show you in the CAD. So, but the trouble is, I don't like that they're too. The actual steel button is 1 millimeter high, and I made my button 1 millimeter high, so it's too flimsy and weak and going to fall off. I thought, maybe because the steel's behind it, the steel would hold it up. See, there's a 1 millimeter button and a 1 millimeter gap, so we're going to the case top holes, and we're given this. So first of all, I'm getting rid of this stuff because it's all blue, which means it doesn't have a, what is the word? It doesn't have a coordination into the world. It's just kind of made up. This we're getting rid of. We don't need that. Now that doesn't have a coordination into the. This is the only one that does have a coordination into the world because it was used from. I think this was used from somewhere. So that's a 2 mil thing. So let me just remove that whole thing. Select, tangent collecting, and delete. Alright, let's select. Let's make this one go 2 mil out. Offset. So this is for the. So we want 1 mil out. Not that way, the other way. So it's 1 mil across and then another 1 mil out, so it'll be 3 mil high. Click, select, beautiful. And that's going to be all solid rubber. And then we're going to do another one. I think this one is used, so I'll make this a guideline. And select tangent. I'll do another offset 2 first. Offset other way. And make that, so that was 1 mil, so this will be 2 mil. Or 1.5. Let's do 1.75, 1.5. I think half a mil of 1.6. That'll have 0.6 mil of space around. Let's have a look at the actual. Where's the latest one? I lost it already. So this one has, wait, I'm looking in the mirror, sorry, I can't see this. Haha. That's 0.6 mil, and that's fine. Yeah, I think so. So we'll give it 0.6 mil of space, and that will like bend around. So there, okay, good, beautiful. And then the same here, and we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Whoops, I got rid of too much stuff. Undo, undo. Run. Okay, fine, I'll do it again. Select tangent. I'll make this into proper variables. Where's the offset? Beep. So we're gonna make this hash. Okay, I'll just make 1.6 for now. Done. And then this offset. Let's move that across. This one. I'm gonna make it hash button, not offset, what is the word? Button extra thickness. I hope that I remember what that means later, and it's gonna be 1 mil. Okay, done. And then this is gonna be button extra thickness plus button white space, empty space, button edge space. So that's going to be how much is going to be floating in space, which is going to be I've set button edge space to nothing. Let's find it'll be alphabetical, right? No, maybe I can make it alphabetical. Maybe a bit button edge space. That's going to be 0.6. So now it's at least it's a variable, and we can use it everywhere. And then do the same here. Get rid of. So this thing needs to be guidelines. Select tangent, guidelines, and then this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I don't know what that is. Okay, I did something wrong there, obviously. All of these need to be deleted, and you be deleted, and you be deleted, and you be deleted, be deleted. Okay, great. And then this can also be deleted. Select tangent, delete, and then this can be guidelines. And then we need to add a point in the middle. Done. And then we got to select it again. Select tangent and do the offset of not 5 mil. It's going to be extra thickness, which gives them, okay, and then we make that not a guide. Select tangent, not a guide, and then do the same again. Oh, we could just do another offset. No, I'll do offset from the original. I could offset from there just a space, but I will not. I don't know why. Just feels more precise like this. Button extra thickness plus button edge space. Done. Click. Select tangent. I think it's Q, which is make it not be a guide. Okay, and now we need to hold the button in place, so we're going to give it 2 mil of happiness. So we'll do, I'll just draw a rectangle, I guess, starting there and finishing here, and then we're going to go dimension from this center point will be 2. I moved the center point. I thought this was already a midpoint of that line. Midpoint. Okay. Now we can select it and it won't move. Dimension. I'll use what button extra times 2. Button extra times 2, which will give us 2 mil. And then the same here. Button extra times 2. And you know what? I have not extended the line. I should have gone all the way down to here. Line from here to here. And line from, why is it blue? I don't want it to be blue. I want it to be beautiful. Anyway, now we delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Because we only want that little bit of extra space. This is just whoops, undo that one. Undo. There's no actual. Okay, we're good. And then this one is here. It looks like a whole line going across. You know, I'll delete the dimensions because they're really annoying. So I'll just put dimension. Wait, this thing needs to be trimmed. So I just put whoop, just put dimensions between here and here. Button extra thickness times 2. And then the same here. I could have just used a mirror. I could have used, okay, whatever. Dimensions are between here and here. Extra thickness times 2. And then we'll just make this. Just make this and this be intersect. And this be intersect. And then show me what's the constraints on this. Does it intersect with that, intersect with that, intersect with that? So it seems, I don't know why it's blue though. It should be perfect. Anyway, so we're going to put 2 mil there, and then we'll put the same here. We'll just extend. You reckon 2 mil here? That should be fine. If we extend this, or we could put it half. We could make, so this is space. This is going to be black space. If we make it here, it should be fine. It should be still pressable. And we'll do another line here. Another line here. Here to intersect. Another line here. So then when we come, and then we can trim. So the whole button, the whole hole is going to be, you're going to trim that, trim that. We can trim that. Oh, we can't trim that because there's literally a button there. maybe to move that across and get rid of that. Now it's bad. Okay, because it was an offset and now it's no longer an offset. Okay, delete that, not that. Trim mode, trim. That's good. I'm happy with that. So this is going to be white space, so it'll be flexible, 0.5 mil, and then this will be the actual plastic. I don't want, okay, undo. I don't want to trim the actual button because I'll need that for the extrusion. Oh, no, I can still do it. That's okay. I'm going to do it. I can still do it. Redo. Because I've got another sketch for the actual extrusion of the buttons. And then the same here. We'll just we'll give it 1 mil. I'll give it here. So we just give it, if we give it, no, we'll do it here in the middle. That's already a midpoint, so we'll do a rectangle, a center right now. Yeah, it's a corner rectangle, whatever. Goes from here to here, and then first we'll trim the bits that we don't care about. Trim, and then we'll put the dimensions in so that maybe from here to here it is extra thickness times 2, although let me just give it extra thickness times 1, and then dimension of here to between this and this. I didn't press dimension. Dimension this and this, and just the extra thickness. So that'll have that 1 mil there, and then we'll give it another 1 mil here. Line. So we just grab that from there to there. Now we just have to keep on going. Line. Select. I just hover over this, and then it lets me. No, I did not get the constraint from it. I want to get the constraint so it's horizontal to that. There we go. There. That way it's not blue. It's not letting me get intersect. Fine, I'll just draw it here. And then trim that bit. Zoom in, do it again, delete. Line. Select that, and now this, and now that. So this is showing me where you got intersect. This and this should be intersect. There we go. Now we're good. So it's going to have a 2 mil there and mil there. That should still be pretty flexible and nice. That's going to have a big flat area, but then we're going to draw. Okay, so that's great. So now if we look at the extrusion that puts the holes in, we're going to select. We've got to get rid of all the stuff that was missing. Oh wow, everything was missing. View that. Where's reviewed? We want to get rid of the case itself and select. Okay, get rid of everything. Everything that's bad. That's got to be a hole. That's got to be a hole. That's got to be a hole, and that's got to be a hole. That's a hole. That's a hole. That's a hole. That's a hole. All of that's a hole, and that's a hole. I think I made 2. There's a hole. Okay, we don't need this one. We don't need those, and this is just for the done. And now we can put the rubber case back, and we can see there's holes in it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So is there two? And then now we're going to take the button fillet, or the button extrusion. They've got to get that. So we're gonna, this is the button extrusion sketch, so we will just delete everything. As you can see, the buttons that came up all look like that. That's not too bad though. Maybe that's a good way to do it. That's like 1.5 mil, I believe. That's that's one, and then that's 0.5 mil extra. Let's see what it looks like with the proper 2 mil. Select, connect, and then you know what? I'll just delete everything. Select, and then we'll take the previous sketch, which is the case top holes, I guess, and we'll make that visible, and then we'll use stuff from it. She's going to end up using this, which is the real buttons anyway, and that's already in use anyway, so we're good. Okay, so select, tangent, delete. So this is for the bit where it raises the button up. Oh, you can just select the face. That's handy. Oh yeah, I found a shortcut. And then we give it the offset. Okay, now just select it and then go offset. Oh, you can't. Come on. Can I go offset? It needs edges. Bop. Wrong way. And it's going to be extra button thickness. So that's going to make it go up to there. And then we can make this into, we can just select it, make it into guidelines. No, apparently we can't. We're selecting a face, we want to select tangentially connected, make it into guidelines. And then we'll do the same here. Extrude, select tangent, offset, extra thickness, and make it not be guidelines, and stay. So there we have cap top buttons. So now when we extrude those up, you can get rid of all of that. We just select not the top hole, we need to select that and get rid of the holes. So we need to select this and this, and now they go up. Brilliant. And then we give them a nice fillet. One mil fillet. Oh, I actually pressed escape rather than OK. 1 and 2. That looks nicer, I think. And then they're held under, and they've got a 0.5 mil of air to make them bend a bit. Maybe we should put flatness here, I don't know. And on the bottom they look fantastic. Okay. I think my concern is that it's going to be the 0.5 mil of air, and these big thick things are going to be too robust and hard to press, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, and everything else I need to check. Just thinking, I've done the cameras, I've done everything. Cool. So we can now print it and we'll make it a new version, version 12, create. So what I'll do when I print it now is I'll cut it up into pieces, and and then export here, and I'll stamp version on it. DBCF case version 12, and save. And now we go to this guy. This is the previous version. Select all, delete, import, open. So what I usually do is make a couple of copies, because we're doing 3-bit. It costs 90 cents to print it. I started off printing with draft mode, but now I'm printing normal because I don't care about time. So we want to move that down a bit. Where's spin? Oh, okay, we want it to be up a bit. That's just for the buttons, which I think will be pretty good now. And we will get rid of object B, cut it, and then lay it on a face. Cool. And then this one can be the side bit. So select cut. I'm going to rotate y-axis 90 degrees. So we only need the, because we've measured the, I guess we need, okay, we'll get this much and keep object B, get rid of object A, and then we'll cut it again into parts. You know what, I'm going to undo. I want to cut it a bit less. Undo, undo. Okay, cut. So this cut, okay, 90-degree rotation. I want to get like that much so I can have a good grip on the edge of the frame there. And we're keeping object B, cut, and then what we can do is cut it again. And we'll cut it into parts. So we'll keep this much. Yeah, and we'll go cut into parts, so it keeps both of them, and then we'll cut it again. Objects, cut, and we'll put that all the way down. We'll keep that much. Cut, and then we'll cut it again and get rid of all this stuff. We're going to do an X 90-degree rotation. Oh, not X, I meant Y. 0, 90. What have I done? Just rotate the picture. So then we can cut all the way down. No rotating. 0. I just want to move it and get rid of all. Oh, I need at least that. Yeah, that much. That should be fine. I'm just thinking how it's going to turn out. So then, whatever part this is, it's going to be one of these parts. I can delete that done. So if I just delete that, that looks good. And now we'll orient that. Beep, not scale, lay on face. Okay, this guy, I laid him on face by accident. Stand him up again. This is for the cameras, so we'll go return, we'll go cut. So we don't need anything below the cameras. We'll not cut into parts, get rid of B, chop, and then cut it again. Rotate 90 degrees on y-axis. So hopefully this will be the last version that I do. Perform cut. And then what I'd like to do is on this face put some letters on there. I'm just going to say version 12. Where is it putting my letters? Way over there. I would like to put them here. Okay, anyway, we've got letters there. I don't know how I'm going to put those on here. Let me just go. I guess I can rotate this. Y90, no, X90, and then Z90. Actually Y90 as well. not. Z90. Zero it out again. I did something wrong. 90. Yeah, and then this should be, that's 45. I want to do that. Can I like hold down Shift or Control or Alt or something? No. So it should be set 90. That'll do. Close enough. Is it? Hopefully. Alright. And then we got to move it over here and join these two together. Merge. Where is my part that I want? That's the wrong part. Text. Move. I want it to stick on the side. Why is it over there? It should be over here. Wait, why is it over here? It should be over there. Okay, let me just grab the green arrow and shove it where it's supposed to be. Rotate. This is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe it'd be easier to do it on OnShape. I actually wanted to kind of... Okay, so now that's printed on. That was a lot of work to get the text on. I wanted to like indent it rather than... Okay. I'll just do another text I suppose. Let me just unrotate this. So I'm trying to make this line up with the text. Just auto length. I think I might just do the text in the... But then I have to do all the cutting again. Maybe I just won't do text. Okay, let's just try one more time. Maybe we can make it easy with manual. It doesn't need to be precise, right? Move it over here with the red and rotate, return, rotate. Where's my text? Rotate. That looks pretty good. And then move it again. Text, move. That's good. But now you can't see it, of course, so we have to cut this and that and merge them together, and then get the text part and move it up. But then we won't be able to measure things. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is a lot more work than I expected to be. I haven't done this before. I want to stick it on the side now. Rotate. Not you. can we like get inside it? Oh, here. So adjust the text, rotate. Adjust the text. I misclicked. Am I doing it right? Good enough. And now move. Maybe scale a bit. Or scale. I'm scaling the whole thing. Oh, it's just moving it up and down. Okay, good. And then move again. Should be outside the... This is taking too much time. Sorry for people watching on the video. You know what? Delete it. Give up. Okay, arrange. Let's just get this printed. Arrange the plate and rotate if needed. So there's our cut up bits. Sorry for putting you through that suffering. Next time I'll put the version 12 in the print itself. At least that'll have a version 12 on it. Alright, that's it. Slice and go. Thank you for watching my show. And by the way, I'm using for the supports Tree Organic, it's allowed to be off the build plate, and I've put a, because it's 0.2 mil layer height, so I just put bottom 0.4, double the layer height, and that seems to be working perfectly. It's really easy to remove the supports. Why has this got so many supports? Why has that got so many supports? It seems overkill. What's it supporting? You don't have to put them on the build plate, you know. Okay, I don't know. I guess it thought I can put them on the build plate, so I will. So it's going to cost me 87 cents to prototype and take 3.5 hours, but anyway. And print. Thank you for watching. I don't use a cold pool because I've already printed in TPU. Okay, I'll just send this video out to the interwebs now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.